Good morning. A lot of fascinating things and very, very interesting things are taking place in this world. Technologically and even life changes are taking place. And AI has become a disruptive force. And the disruption is it for the benefit or for it is for the troubling the human mankind? It's very difficult to perceive the future. But people are getting scared of the change. But one must know that change will happen, change will take place, and nothing is constant. The only thing that is constant is we know about this is that any change for that matter we do not know, is it for the better for the future or is it bad for the future? If you talk to a person who's 80 years old today, he will say the past was the best, we had the best of everything. And if you talk to a person who is more than 100 years old, who may not be living at all today and may not be able to have cognizance, but if you recall, you could have gone to your grandparents' house, which had been located in a rural area in a farm, where there used to be a lot of workers, farm workers. There used to be coconut groves, there will be rice fields, there will be a pump set where you used to have a afternoon bath, then have a coconut, then come home, have lunch, relax, go in the evening, run in the fields. There are so many things that was happening. Then there used to be a temple in the middle where you used to go in the evening, sit there, chat there, listen to the bhajans, listen to the songs, listen to the people, what you call the kala chedam. All that used to take place. But today, things have changed. You have to learn to live with the change. People never go even to see the ancestral village. They do not know, some of them do not know where the ancestral village is. And nobody know, and many of them have lost touch with their relatives. It's a saddening fact, but that is the change that has taken place. Because people are traveling all over the world. The world is accessible. You can reach from one end of the world, from Calcutta, you can go to Delhi, to San Francisco in 24 hours. From San Francisco, you can catch another flight and go to Tokyo in another 8 hours. From Tokyo, you can go to Vladivostok. From Vladivostok, you can fly down to Serbia. From Serbia, you can go to Sri Lanka. From Sri Lanka, you go to Sydney. See, the world is becoming a very small place because accessibility is there and people start to move. Just like our people, they moved from certain places. When the Saraswati dried up, they moved inwards. They went near the Ganges. They went near the Brahmaputra. They went near the Kaveri. We do not know. People talk about it. We understand from history and from the artifacts which are being dug out by the archaeological departments. You are able to see that things are being moving around. Things have never been standard. They have never been stagnant. They have kept on changing. How everything has changed. When you talk about the Mahabharata war, you talk about wooden chariots and with horses, with 10 horses, etc. You had huge elephants. Prithviraj Chauhan was supposed to have elephants. Porus used elephants to fight against Alexander. Everything. Today you don't use elephants. You use elephants in the form of Bofors artillery, or you use it if you use bows, you can't use bows and arrows. You use what is known as submachine guns. You use Uzis. Everything has changed. So change will be there. Change is constant. Change, we do not know whether it is for the better or not, but we have to learn and live to change. So moving forward, AI is also going to change the world. It's no longer what was being run in the 20, 25, 30 years ago, when the computer age came into being. Just like the Industrial Revolution took place in 18th century in Britain, which changed the world of operation. And when oil was discovered, how that changed. When the internal combustion engine was found, how that changed transportation. Everything needs to change and will change. But should we feel afraid? Should we run away from the problem, or should we face the problem? Nobody has run away from the problem. It has always been a fact that people have faced the problem, people have worked with it, people have come around it, or they even helped the change to help them to get better. For example, with the internal combustion engine, we found transportation getting shorter. And with the shorter, you required better roads, you required better infrastructure. You started the signaling system, you started, the cooling system for the car, you started air conditioning for the car. And today we are going into the perception of electronic vehicles. Now let us go back. I was talking about change. All this is change. Change has to happen. Just as you change your clothes every day after a shower, change has to happen. If you don't have change, it is like a stagnant pool of water. And over a period of time, weeds, everything will take it over and the lake will dry. So in order to avoid that lake drying, what do? You keep pumping the water out of the pool, you clean it up frequently, you fill it up with fresh, when the rainwater comes, fresh water flows into it. And by the time you have cleaned the pond also with all the, from the mud and all the accumulated filth which has taken place over 1 year or 2 years, whatever it may be. So that is also a change. You need not fight change. You flow along with it. Because you see, as you flow along with it, you understand the nuances of what is happening due to the change. And when you understand the nuances of the change, you will be able to appreciate it, that yes, it may cause some difficulties in the beginning. And when you perceive that difficulty, you will understand how to overcome that difficulty. Or if you are not able to overcome it, you will try to circumvent it. And when you circumvent it and you adopt the change and go along with it, what will happen is you will feel that the change has caused you to have a better perception of what was before the change. And sometimes you may be willing not to accept the change, and the change will not affect you also. You can also survive without the change. Just like still people are living in the rural areas, still people are having farmland, still people are living in farmhouses, and then they have adapted to the change. What is the change in farmland? Today you have tractors, you have JCBs, you have huge machines even to climb up coconut trees to pluck coconuts. But there are also people who still pluck coconuts. That is, it has not died out. The change has happened, but people have adapted to the change also. So there are still coconut plucking people, and there is also a machine which plucks coconuts. And so both of them work together and they synchronize each other's work. They work in tandem with each other so that there is no difficulty in accepting the change that is taking place. Yes, the number of coconut plucking people have reduced over the years. It is costing, manpower is not there because people are not willing to accept that, because the cost of living has gone up so much that you do not have enough money to pay for them at their costs. It is not that they are demanding higher. It is that over the years the costs have gone up. And to meet that cost, they are demanding higher price for the rates for plucking a coconut. So what do? You adopt a machine, you discover a machine, you use that machine, test it, and then when it is proved fine, you start using the machine. But to use that machine also you require labor. So when you require labor for that machine, what does it mean? It means you have adapted the change and you're willing to adopt the change, and you're willing to go along with the change. So what happens with that small item of fucking a coconut? That change, we look at it future.